All right. We should be live here on the Moonpiece Podcast YouTube channel, doing another Blue Lock live stream, live reaction this week, doing chapter 339. I know I am doing this yet again on a Thursday. Who would have thunk? I mean, life is still life. 2 days after the chapter came out on Tuesday. I'm glad to be here, though. At the end of the day, I love doing these Blue Lock chapter reviews. No, I have not read the chapter. Again, this is a live reaction. And my dog is doing everything in the world to get my attention right now. But hey, I'm here for you guys. All right. So I'm not even worried about that. Perfect. It sounds like we are A-OK on YouTube. Sound is coming through perfectly. All right, guys. Last we left off, we had the end of the first half of the match between Blue Lock Japan versus France in the U20 World Cup, as Hugo was the last person to score the goal, ending the half. After finally finishing his monologue to Isagi about his motivations, his goals of wanting to be the first human in history to win 4 World Cups, current record holder is Pele with 3 wins at a World Cup. So that pretty much just dwarfs Asagi's whole dream of being the best, right? What is the best? Are you best because you win a World Cup? And that means you won one time? That makes you the best for 10 seconds, 10 minutes, an hour, 10 days? How long are you the best for, right? Whereas Hugo is trying to break a record that has been held for decades by Pele. So Asagi's over here just like, wow, what am I doing? Hugo's talking about being second best, but what does second best really mean in the overall picture? Hugo's talking about like, yeah, I just have this like quirk to like want to like fix people and change, little things about them to make them better so that they're following their destiny and whatnot. And that's really what he sees for Asagi. So Hugo's doing for Asagi what Asagi was doing for Onazi up against Nigeria in the last game. So France is going into the second half 2-1 against Blue Lock, as we were teased in the last chapter that Baro and Shido, the double jokers, were going to get switched in the second half of the game. Now, I usually do a really good job staying away from spoilers, right? But I did see a little something, Kunigami's name being dropped into the mix. I don't know what that means. I thought for sure that this man would not get subbed in, for no ifs, ands, or buts, but hey, here we are. Blue Ego is thinking he's got to do something to change things up. He can't just rely on Karasu and Hiyori to have another chemical reaction, because that is not a chemical reaction that this man wanted to happen. So who knows? But all right, I've been yapping for a couple minutes there. Before we get into the chapter, thank you to anybody who stopped by to check out my live stream on Blue Lock. Riasat, I see you in the chat, sir. Thank you for always stopping by. Really appreciate it. Here at the Moonpiece Podcast channel, just had a newest episode that just dropped this week with Patty herself from the Black Ramen Podcast, appearing as our guest on this week's episode. We talk about a lot. We talk about that Bugonia movie, that A24 picture that came out last year with Emma Stone and Jussie Plemons. If you have not watched it, definitely watch it. We spoil the crap out of it in this episode, as well as Weapons, another movie that came out last year. I'm sure you've heard of it. I talked about it on the podcast. Patty just recently watched it, so we're getting the movie from her perspective, and I'm telling you guys right now, she is hilarious. She's so funny. I know you're going to enjoy it. Kimmy did not do a Kingdom Hearts live stream this week, but hey, she did One Piece, and she started the first 5 episodes of Enies Lobby. I know that's a lot of y'all favorites out there. Come through, show some support, show some love, but don't show a single spoiler. Spoiler free. Corey and I are not doing One Piece this week because it's on break, and we will be doing Sailor Moon. And without a further ado, let's get into Blue Lock Chapter 339, titled Worst Possible Situation. All right. We cut into the locker room. We see Rio undoing his hair. It looks like Karasu, IQ, and Gagamaru are all shirtless as Asagi looks onward. Little heated rival reaction, but hey, Blue Lock's a BL. We all know that. U20 World Cup Match 3, Japan versus France. First half over. All right. As IQ starts it off, I can see why France is number one in the world. That Hugo guy is nuts. As Bachira chimes in, they're only ahead by one, though. All right. If we fix our strategy in the second half, we can still win. Rio's over here like, but how do we do that? All our attack patterns that start with Asagi are dead in the water, as Bachira says. But we built this team around Asagi. And Rio's like, yeah, buddy, that's why we're failing. No. We can make something work. At this rate, we're just going to get our asses kicked and lose, as Asagi's over here just watching, frustrated. You could tell this man's like over it, like, bro, are you kidding me right now? Right? As Carlos says, chill out, guys. We can make up new patterns like Hiyori's goal. I'll be the team's second best instead of Asagi, so let's run with that strategy. Listen, I think it's purposeful how the author in that first panel is drawing Karasu a little doe-eyed, like, hey guys, I'm just a chill guy. Chill out, all right? We could do this and that. I'll be second best, right? Listen, I like Karasu. He's the one that just got into it with Asagi. Asagi's looking pissed, and Karasu's just, he's focused on the game. He's focused on Blue Lock winning. And I feel like Asagi is so in his head right now. You can see it. The way this man is like looking up. Hold on, let me show you Karasu's like doe eyes that I'm talking about here in this chapter. I want to make sure that like, it comes up on the screen because the way he's just like looking back, a little like innocent, hilarious. Bello, welcome to the chat, sir. Thank you for stopping by. I think some of the players will start joining Kira's side when he comes back. Karasu definitely will be the first one to join Kira. You know, I haven't thought about Kira and Nagi, but you are absolutely correct. Karasu is going to see Kira and be like, give me some of that. 110% you're right about that. I wasn't even there yet. And I know that that's going to be the hurdle, you know, because Kira's gonna be coming in there with that teamwork mentality that he was puffing his chest about in the first episode, and we know that that's not what Blue Lock is about at all. But again, Buratsura is all about challenging the philosophy of Blue Lock, of ego, and proving them wrong, which is one of their goals in being the Buratsura 3, right? Ooh, as ego comes in, watch what you say, Tabito Karasu. Are you trying to kill Blue Lock? As Karasu is looking a little shook, right? You see the hair standing behind his head. Marco, what's up, bro? What's going on? Bello, Blue Lock Civil War 100% is going to happen, right? Because that's another reason Blue Lock is going to lose this game against France. They're going to lose and go into the next match against England with something to prove to themselves, to come together as a whole. They're going to beat England, but they're going to have to overcome a lot of their challenges and difficulties with themselves before they do that. Marco, haha, you stream on the day I'ma go play. Yo, you play live soccer? That's awesome, man. Are you part of a team, or are you like in a club or something, like where you like pay like a monthly fee or something? Chimpachi, yo, wow, the way this man comes in here, you know, I knew he felt some type of way, but for him to be like, watch what you say, whoa, someone clearly feels a certain type of way about this. I applaud your quick-witted play change, but the problem is your mindset. Partway through the first half, it looked like you'd given up on your own goals. What was that about? Ooh, it looks like ego's really resonating with what Asagi said in that last chapter when they got into a fight. Ugh. And Kars was like, I thought that would be best for the team. And I thought I told you that those who fight for the team are worthless trash. As Karasu just flinches in disgust. Like, what are you talking about, bro? Marco, friends and vibes, no club, we rent a field. Yeah, sorry, that's what I meant. Like, you guys rent a field. That's awesome. That's awesome. Man, I don't know anybody in New York that plays soccer, right? I mean, I see people over in the piers of Dumbo all the time playing little fields here throughout lower Manhattan, but nobody. I don't know anybody. I wish I did. But there are so many like clubs and stuff that you can join in the city that you just pay like a fee, a yearly fee or whatever, and then you just get to be a part of a team of a bunch of randoms. But I don't know. I do not have the confidence for that. So yeah, Ego's going really crazy here against Karasu. Like, dude, calm down, bro. Karasu is not the reason you guys are losing this game. All right, Karasu's the one that gave you the goal. So be like, yo, Karasu, thank you, appreciate you, bro. But low key, you gotta fix your line of thinking, man, because you're getting a little lost in the sauce right now. You're really starting to sound like that guy Kira I kicked out in the first episode. Spoiler foreshadowing. Let's see. You guys are hosting the World Cup final, though. Yeah, dude. And New York is gonna go crazy. Yeah. So nothing to say. I'm not looking forward to June and July here in New York. I feel like there's just gonna be so many like an extra amount of tourists around. But it is what it is. All right. Ego continues on. If every soccer player tried to play in line with their suitability, in the end, it would be nothing but a competition of physical abilities and tactics. France is a multi-ethnic country with a broadly welcoming culture. The variety of talents produced there leads to a diversity of soccer techniques and makes it easier for suitable talents for every position to be born. So, if France assembles an outstanding team of players handpicked for their suitable talents, do you think Japan has any chance of winning even if they do the same thing? The answer is no. Telling people to live suitably or to be happy with your position in life is how the strong get the weak to stop thinking so they can control their possibilities. Yo, the way Ego's bringing this up right now is really giving conspiracy theory like ancient aliens thing, right? The is telling the strong as how the strong tell the weak to stop thinking, to get in line, to oppress because there's the Illuminati that's controlling all of us with this and that. Like he's starting to seem like a little conspiracy theorist over here. Give me 1 second, guys, because an alarm's going off. And we're back. Sorry, I had an alarm going off for something that I am baking. But hold on, Bello. Asagi was saying all of it's telling Karasu why he gave up his own goals and shit, but where are all those words when Kuruna supporting him in the NEL? Facts, Bello. Facts. Talking about the way Karasu played doesn't feel right, but won't say these words to Kuruna. Kuruna, I mean, he's telling Kunigami to like support Asagi and that. What did Ego tell Kunigami? Like everything that you're doing is to better Blue Lock or Asagi or something. So like, what are you talking about? Ria said, I'm baking sweet potatoes. All right, trying to stay on that healthy grind. And then who else? Hmm. I mean, yeah, literally all of defense. Gagamaru, IQ, not IQ. IQ, Nico, Aru. Like, what about literally the whole defense and the goalie? The goalie especially. Like, what are we talking about? I don't like that Karasu really like getting the flack here. This a little messed up. But Ego continues on his little tirade about the those in power. We are weak. If we lived suitably, we could never change the world. That's why I told all of you to be strikers. This philosophy of going beyond suitability is the heart of Blue Lock. Imagine that you could live 100 times. How many of those times could you become the world's best striker? If I were to make an incredibly optimistic and miraculously high evaluation, I would say 1 time. Ooh, 1 time. A miraculously high evaluation, I would say 1 time. That is rough. That is rough. I mean, he's being honest with them, right? Like, not even Ren, not even like a single person be like, no, bro, you are it. You are the guy. Um, yo, ego's still going on. But I'm not gonna lie. At the end of the day, like, this is what Blue Lock is. An egoist lives for that one chance that never would have happened if they'd known their place, right? The way the artist drew ego there, it's like he's like that entity that lives beyond the door in Full Metal Alchemist, right? Like he is the one that knows the truth, that knows it all, right? And Asagi's like, oh, ego. Yes, you said the words I was trying to say to Karasu like 2 chapters ago. My glorious king. Bello, L philosophy, bro. Kira will bring balance to this team and ego. See, while I think that Kira is going to be coming in here with that agenda of wanting to challenge Blue Lock and everything, I think eventually he is going to fail. Besides Karasu and me, I think Karasu might be the only one who's like, yeah, I'm here for the team. I'm not here for Blue Lock. Because if I'm thinking about it, Bachira is there to be a striker and to be number 1. Chigiri, same thing. Rin, Shido, Kunigami, Baro, IQ. IQ, I think, has that dog in him that he would want to be a striker, right? Nico, same thing. Nico, I feel like, is just playing defense right now, so he can be in Blue Lock and gain all this experience. But I don't think Nico has given up on his ego. Yes, he has shown instances of wanting to play on defense, but it doesn't mean that he's given up. Ryu, maybe I'll put Ryu in with Karasu. I don't know. And then I'm not even going to talk about the other people on the bench, right? We don't really talk about them. What's going on? Why do Blue Lock fans want Ego to be wrong? Ego is basically Kaneshiro. Yeah, I don't know, because I feel like everyone really rocked with Ego for like this whole time, but now that we're seeing that this divide and everything, people are like, Ego, we have to change. We're in the World Cup now, this and that. But the World Cup is kind of just part of the experiment with Blue Lock. Like, just because we're in the World Cup now doesn't mean that like we're gonna change everything in Blue Lock. Hold on. Okay, I thought I'd messed something up. All right. Nah, Kira will change Asagi. Being number 1 and number 2 at the same time. Nico, Rio, etc. will join Kira. I would like to think that Rio, all the times that he's like kind of challenged Asagi and kind of been proven wrong, I feel like Rio's learned his lesson. Be like, nah, I gotta stick with Asagi. I mean, look at what happened with Nagi. Nagi got kicked off of Blue Lock because he kept relying on Rio and he wasn't trying to play for himself. I think Rio's completely learned his lesson. I don't think so. Nico. It's hard. You know why it's hard? Because I feel like if I were any of the players on Blue Lock, like I'm on the team, right? Like Nico and Ryu, right? And even IQ, like I feel like if I were in their position, I would want to just like play for the team and like, can we try to win for the World Cup? Because listen, we can try this Blue Lock project after the World Cup. We can keep going after the World Cup, but this is the World Cup. Can we try and be a team and at least win the World Cup? So like, I'm a little biased because I know that that's how I would react. I would be like, guys, let's just pick up where we left off with Blue Lock and try to take the trophy home, please. This is a once in a lifetime. Like you said, Ego, this is once in a lifetime, bro. What are we even talking about? Brother, Kira ain't touching the pitch. No, Kira's playing. Kira's 100% gonna play. Kira's 100% going to play. He is good. I would probably, if he really was that guy before Blue Lock started, and let's be honest, this man was probably training, maybe not playing, right? Because of what Ego said, like anybody who got kicked off, like you're not going to play for the national team. So yeah, Kira was 100% still playing. He's gotten better to a degree, right? I would probably put him in at this point, maybe over Rio, right? Because Rio. Listen, Rio scored a goal in the last game, but let's be honest, guys. It was against Nigeria. Kuruna could have scored a goal against Nigeria with the way the game was going. So I can't give anyone credit. Also, Rio was just copying Chigiri's style. So like Rio is just like a copycat, whereas Kira, I don't know. But we don't know what Kira is capable of. At the end of the day, he's the bum that got sent home first. So, but he is going to play. Bello, Kira Asagi will both surpass Ego, bro. They both surpass Ego in physiology, physiology in the end. Ego not 100% right. We all know that. Yeah, it depends because again, Blue Lock is talking about the individual. Blue Lock was never supposed to create a team, right? Blue Lock was never supposed to create a team of strikers. The only reason that they played in the U20 Japan against U20 Japan was because Buratsura wanted to cut the funding, but Ego's like, yo, I'll bet you that my team of strikers can beat the Japan national team. That's why that happened. And then Blue Lock became popular. And then the Neo Egoist League was created for the players to play on other teams and to be led by other countries, play styles, learning how the other teams play, but that was all for the individual. It was never to create a cohesive team. And now the World Cup just happened to be around the same time, but I don't think Ego ever planned for the World Cup to be a part of this. I mean, maybe I'm wrong though. Ego is not 100% wrong in the sense of proving his philosophy right. He's just trying to create one striker that can take Japan to win the World Cup. He's not trying to create Japan's best team. He don't care about that. So Ego's right in what he's trying to do. But again, if we're trying to get the team, if we're trying to get Japan to win the World Cup, then yeah, he needs to change it up. But he's like, I don't know when I'm ever gonna get to do this again. What if we lose the World Cup, right? Like, let's be honest. Like, what if they lose the World Cup and then they take Blue Lock away from Ego and he's like, well, I guess we weren't able to pick it up because they're going to take it away from him and they'll be like, yo, bro, you couldn't win the World Cup. Why would we let you continue leading Blue Lock? Right? Buratsu already wants him out. So like, why? Why would they do that? Ego has to unfortunately keep up with this experiment, even though it's the World Cup. Like the World Cup's going to happen again in 4 years. He doesn't care about this World Cup. He cares about producing that one striker that he's been working towards. Bello, all 300 players know Kira in the beginning, but not Rin, so I think he's pretty good. Marco, Danny, you attending any of the World Cup games in New York? No. Do you know how much those tickets are? Who's paying for the ticket, bro? Who's paying for the ticket? I don't know. I know some people. I don't know a lot of people. I don't know a lot of people who are going to get me a World Cup ticket. But you know what? I'm going to see if there are any part-time jobs. I'll work the venue. I'll work something. You need me to bartend? Do you need me to take out the trash? Listen, if I could watch the game, most of it, I'll do it. I don't care. I'll go sit in the parking lot directing people like, park this way. Yeah, stop, go that way. I'll do it. I would love to watch a game for the vibes. The tailgating is going to go crazy. But also, like, all the bars in New York, even when the World Cup is just playing, they're packed. So now that they're going to be in New York, the bars are going to be crazy here. Ego is not telling them to be strikers. He is telling them to have the striker mentality, to play for yourself. If you play for someone else, you'll end up being satisfied with being second rate. Bello, what's the point of creating the number one Japan striker if Japan can't win the World Cup? Corey and Larry will pay for them. Corey and Larry, yo, the Corey tax and the Larry tax. I should mow some lawns to watch the games here in LA. Yeah, dude, I'll fucking listen. Who do I gotta talk to get a ticket? Who do I gotta talk to? Bello. Listen, but like, Ego's not trying to win the World Cup, bro. He's never going to have an opportunity to lead Blue Lock like this again because Buratsura is an asshole and he's desperately trying to take Blue Lock away from him. He can't stop his experiment. He never wanted to be in the World Cup. Why risk trying to win the World Cup at a chance of winning over trying to fully succeed at your goal from the very beginning and creating a striker that's going to take Japan, right? Bello, if he can get Asagi or Rin or whoever to be that striker he needs them to be, they're all 16, 17 years old. By the time the next World Cup comes, they're going to be old enough to play in the adult version. And they're probably going to be a lot better because they'll be at their peak. They're still babies. They're still learning. Who cares about this World Cup? They will do better and be better in the next one. They'll have more experience. Like, no, I actually, after breaking it down, I am 100% because of the goals. Ego has stayed consistent in what he's trying to do. I am 100% backing Ego in here. 100%. I think Ego's in the right. Ego's in the right. We talked about it. All right. Continuing on. So Asagi shudders. Karasu chimes in, but you can't deny that our current approach ain't working. Ego's like, right. All right, bet. If you want something new, first, you need to let go of something old, bro. Equivalent exchange up in this way. Oh, see? Yo, I didn't even know that. Didn't I say that he's like the guy behind the door in Full Metal Alchemist? The one who knows all? He's talking about equivalent exchange right now. Yo. See, I knew. All right, my man. What do you got for me? What are we giving up? We're dropping our Yoichi Asagi centered strategy. Here's the formation we'll use to fight back in the second half. Yo, the way Ego's like, hey, yo, Asagi. Yeah, boy, you out. That's it. We're moving forward without you. So dramatic, bro. So you see Asagi, Rin, Hiyori, and Karasu's reaction. Oh my god, perfect. We get to see a. Oh no, we don't get to see the formation. Oh, all right. Team France locker room, right? You guys are the strongest generation. Your God's one in a century chosen one, says the U20 France team coach Rodin. Right? That sounds like a really cool name, but is it? I don't know. He's got a sharp ass beard though. You won't just change France's history. This incredible collection of talent will change all of soccer. As you see Loki and Hugo, trying to act all cool, giving us the side eye, right? While Charles is over here just like, oh, this is so good. Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. What are you saying, coach? Charles doesn't give a. You're France's new LES Blues. Let's go make history. France's new Les Blues? What does that even mean? Man's hitting the pose, though. As you see some players from France just cheer out, rah! All right, coach. Yeah, that was a great speech. It was so motivating. Lame ass. As Loki says, hey, Charles, give me more line-breaking passes this half. Huh? If this ends without me scoring, the earth will be sad, right? Says Loki. Yo, Loki's trying to score, and he will. Yeah. Loki's going to score. Just get ready for that. There is absolutely no way this man does not score in the second half of this game. Charles scored the first one. Hugo scored the second one. Loki will score one, if not two goals in this game. I promise you. There's no way, as Charles is like, oh, feeling frustrated, Loki-chan? Okie dokie. I'll give you some nasty ones. Hey, yo. Pause. Oh my god. Bello, so do you think side B Nagi Kira will win in this arc? Side B Nagi. What do you mean side B Nagi? If you're talking about like the Nagi spinoff, I did not watch it. Apple. What are you doing? Sorry, guys. All right. As Hugo comes in from behind, it's okay, Loki. Damn, Hugo's big. Oh my god. No wonder Asagi couldn't do anything against him. Look how much taller and bigger he is. Nah, we need Kunigami on this guy. Now I can see why the spoilers were saying we needed Kunigami. Like, Jesus. That man is huge. Oh my god. It's either Kunigami or Baro. Like, I don't know. It's okay, Loki. I doubt this match will end like this. It'll get messy, says Hugo. It seems Blue Lock has chosen that destiny. Oh, as we see them boys. Yes, you see Baro, you see Shido, and you see Kunigami. Wow. Did not think Kunigami was going to take the field. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Listen. Mm, giving what we just spoke about with ego being right or ego being wrong or whatever, right? I think that the points that he was trying to make, I think this is it. I think that this is what ego needs for Blue Lock to win using his philosophy. Baro and Shido, they're not team players. They're give me the ball, I'm going to score. And everyone says, yes. Bello, I'll tell you right now, none of these people are playing with Kira. I'm gonna tell you right. Well, Shido might, because Shido will play with whoever passes the ball. Baro will be like, gross. I don't like you. Wow. I think that just seeing the three of them, man, I miss these guys. Well, Kunigami a little less. I like Kunigami, but compared to Baro and Shido, bro, I am so excited to see these guys on the field. Thank the gods. Yo, Baro just looks like an animal, and Shido looks so happy and free. Dude, man, I can't wait. Can we be honest? Bunny has way more aura than Loki. Loki wanted to prove he wasn't just a speed merchant, only to do the opposite. Okay, yeah. Dude, Bunny? Dude, Bunny? Bunny Iglesias. Yeah, bro, he got aura. Listen, the author knew what he was doing. That scar he gave him for no reason? Listen, I'm a sucker for cool, edgy characters. Yo, Bunny for days, bro. 100%. Bello, I mean Blue Lock lose the U20 World Cup, but side B players perform better. I mean, maybe. I don't know. I did say we need Kunigami. Have you seen the Who Invited Bro meme? No, I have not. Let me see if I can find it. Who invited Oh, like the Drake? Is it the Drake one? Okay, yeah. Who invited this man? Bro thinks he's on the team. Are you saying that? Who are you saying that about? Yeah, Ree, you did say we needed Kunigami. I was wrong. 100%. I was wrong. And now that when I see Kunigami standing, you know what it is? I didn't think more than two players were going to get subbed out, right? Like, who would have thought that? More than two? So I just didn't think there was going to be room for Kunigami. I'm happy he's here, right? But wait, there's more. Who got subbed out from Blue Lock? Let's be honest. If we're putting three people in, the heads are on the chopping block. And these are all, well, Kunigami can play defense, but these are all offensive players, right? If I were Ego, Chigiri, gone. Rio, gone. That's two right off the bat. I would either go with Karasu or Bachira. One of the two. Because of France's dominance, I think it would make more sense to get rid of Bachira and put in Kunigami to help with defense, because Karasu is also a great defensive player. They need defense. I don't know what happens in the next page. I would take Bachira out. We don't need more offense since we're keeping Asagi and we're keeping Rin. Now we have Baro and Shido in the mix. Kunigami to also help with defense, and then we still have Hiyori, who's a great passer. So it's either Hiyori or Bachira. We'll see. Okay. Because the chapter was double joker only for us to see Kunigami next to them. Like, who invited bro? Okay, I see what you mean. Bello, like Blue Lock in this arc, side B players perform better than Blue Lock. So side B, Kira and Nagi team philosophy basically win against Blue Lock philosophy. I think it'll be a challenge, but I mean, Kira, I think should just play on a completely different team if he's trying to challenge the philosophy of Blue Lock, right? Like again, like I'm sure he'll get some people to join his side, but I think most of Blue Lock's going to look at him and be like, bro, we're here for ourselves. All right, next. Oh, it's a double page spread. It's a double page spread as U20 Japan a member change. Oh, it was a double spread. Okay, I didn't see that. In Ryusei Shido, my cells are screaming. As Baro says, time to hunt. And Kunigami ends it off with, quit drooling, you beasts. You're calling them beasts, and yet you look like you got that dog in you, bro. Yo, Shido is the dragon of the team, Baro is the lion, and Kunigami is the wolf. Wow. This is a great no, bro. No, Blue Lock's gonna go hard in this next. Listen. I have some thoughts. I went too fast. No, I don't care. Okay. Oh my God, there's 2 more pages. Wait, no, there's 3 more pages. Okay. Wow. This is a good chapter. Jesus Christ. Jesus, why do I keep doing this? Guys, this is so embarrassing. Stop. No one look. In. We have Rin in the front with the Asagi behind Rin. Baro and Shido on either side. Ooh, Asagi, you're not even in the front 3, brother. That's no good. And then you have Karaso and Kunigami, Hiyori, Rio, IQ, Ryu. Oh, he took Nico out. He took Nico, Chigiri, and Bachira out. Wow. Chigiri doesn't surprise me. Nico, a little weird keeping Rio. You know why? Maybe because Rio can also be really good defensively since he also has Metavision. And Rio is going to play for himself, where Nico, I guess, has really put himself in that defense position. Nico hasn't said he's given up on being a striker, but maybe he gave Ego that impression. I don't know. As you see, Asagi, an all-out offensive formation. Yeah, there you go. Oh, wow, the boys are right there. Nico, Chigiri, and Bachira. Bachira says, we've been dismissed. No use crying about it, says Nico, as Chigiri yells out, give him hell, Kunigami. The strategy centered around me was obliterated. Good. Yeah, bro. I'm not going to lie. Asagi looks good. In this panel. The way he's standing. Oh, my God, guys. It's my mouse. My mouse is broken, all right? I'm sorry. It's the way Asagi's standing here. I think he looks really cool. He looks tall, but we know he's not. Nothing against not tall people, though. Kuni has aura. ICL? I don't know what ICL is. I'm not going to lie. If Asagi scores from the cam position again, we'll see. 2 black. Welcome back, bro. People talking about Chigiri versus Loki, but Chigiri can't even beat that France NPC. Dude, that was Chigiri's whole thing, bro. And now Chigiri really got put as a side character. It's sad. I really like Chigiri, but that man hasn't done a damn thing. It's unfortunate. As we see Hugo saying there's someone clearly more talented and a bigger dreamer than me standing right there, Asagi says about Hugo. This is the worst possible situation. So then why do I feel so excited? Surpass Hugo. That's what my ego is screaming. It's time for the second half kickoff. Boom, 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 as the horns go ablaze and we enter the second half of Japan versus France. Who is going to win? 2 black. Asagi in the midfield watching his own team front 3 do whatever they want. Oh, Rhea, I can't lie. Wow, I could have figured that one out. I also could have looked it up, so sorry I got to explain that. 2 black. Kamsagi scores in this match to prove Hugo's philosophy is right. That's not bad. That's pretty good. That could be very accurate, actually. This was a really good chapter. I feel like I yapped for a lot of it. There was actually a lot to talk about, and most of it had to do with ego and whether or not he's right or wrong and how he's handling the situation. But I am so goddamn excited to see what this formation has in store for us. Baro and Shido plus Rin, Asagi in the middle, Kunigami and Karasu, because again, Kunigami can do defense. Hiyori to help with the passes, IQ, Ryu, because Ryu has height. Ryu has height and has proven to be a great defender. Like, why would you put Nico in over Ryu? And then Rio, again, Rio's got that talent as well. A 4-2-1-3 change. I like it. I like it. I can't wait to see how they go about it. I would think Bachira out of any of these three would be a little bit more upset that he got subbed out. It seems like Chigiri and Nico don't really care, which, you know, I think Chigiri's also sidelined himself. It's really sad. I really like Chigiri as a character, but here we are. And then Nico, I like Nico as a character. Honestly, I think he's fine exactly where he is. I'm not disappointed in him whatsoever. Let's see. Karasu, I feel bad for my man Karasu. I feel like everyone's just shitting on him on Blue Lock. Like, some people are like willing to break up the fight, but no one's like, I think we should listen to Karasu. No one. Not even Hiyori, the man who got the pass from Karasu to score a goal. That man is silent. He is not saying a word. That's messed up. I see that, Hiyori. The boys, though. Damn boys. Baro, Shido, and Kunigami. Oh my days. I am so excited to see all of them playing on the same team again and with Asagi, because Shido has never really played with the Asagi that we know from the NEL, from the last match. They have not shared a field since like the second selection or the third selection. They have not shared a field. And Shido was mostly arguing with Rin that whole time. So now Shido gets to play with Asagi. Baro, I can't wait to see Baro go Asagi hunting or whatever he's going to do. I really see the Baro and Hugo matchup. Shido and Charles, they know each other very well. I can't wait to see how they play against each other. And then Kunigami, I haven't seen you do anything ever since you played against Shido in the PXG match, but the best you did there was just to shut him down. And that's it. Kunigami also hasn't had a moment. Will Kunigami score a goal? Shit, I don't know. I sure hope so. 2.black, bruh. Fuck Bachira, bruh. He can't perform big games. Only can play good against Nigeria. Yeah, but the thing with Bachira is that he could at least like score a goal if need be sometimes. Like, I mean, again, anybody who scored a goal in the Nigeria game, don't go around bragging about that. All right? Don't go around bragging about that. But like Bachira is a good passer. They are a good dribbler. But yeah, I don't really know. I did tell you guys Bachira isn't relevant against actual comp. You did 100%. You said it. You said it. Baro's in a good position. Shido at winger is weird to me. Let's wait and see. Yeah, I think that again. Not again. I haven't said it. Ego's just. I think Ego's just like trying to go all out in this second half because he knows that like playing any kind of defense against a team as strong as France, like you're wasting too much energy and resources trying to play defense. You need a bunch of dogs out there on the field, hungry for the ball, and just keeping France on the defensive. That is their best bet because they're going to waste too much time and energy trying to defend against France. They need to go balls to the walls against France in this match. So I think it's great. I cannot wait to see these guys play. This cover page, listen, yo, I love these guys. The Blue Lock has such a great assortment of side characters. They're awesome. I talked for a lot longer than I thought I was going to. This was a really good chapter. I think I gave the last chapter like a 9 out of 10 because I had so much fun reading it. I'm not going to give this chapter a 9 out of 10, but shit, it's an 8 out of 10. That's for sure. This was a good chapter. I have a lot to look forward to. We got the formation change. We got a little bit of France and what to look forward to. I finally got to see how Sasquatch of a man Hugo is. Jesus Christ. And I feel bad for Karasu. But I'm excited to go into the second half of the Blue Lock game. I still think France is going to win, but it's not going to be easy. I do think these 3 players that they're subbing in right now are going to give them a bang for their buck. I now fully believe that Blue Lock is going to score 2 more goals before this match is over. Again, 20 minutes ago, I said that Loki could score 1, definitely scoring 1, if not 2 goals in this second half of the game, putting France at 4. And if Blue Lock scores 2 more goals, that goes France 4, Blue Lock 3. That's not bad. Or it could go 5-4, right? It could go 5-4. Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, this is a great chapter. 8 out of 10 for me, guys. 8 out of 10, easy. I really liked it start to finish. I had a lot of fun reading it. And yeah, I think that's it for me. 2.black, rank all the NG11, bro. The new Gen 11, do we know all of them? I feel like we only know the guy from Italy. I never remember his name, the guy with the gold teeth. Then you have, oh my God, the Blue Rose guy. Kaiser, wow. Sai Toshi, Bunny Iglesias, Hugo. I don't know anybody else. We know 6 others? There's 6 others out there? I have no idea who they are. Shido is my GOAT, but him as a winger, come on, Ego, put him where he's going to be effective. Put Ring at winger because his bag is deeper, even though I hate Rin. It's just facts. Yeah, I could see that. Shido needs to be in front of the goal at all times, ready to score. But you know what? I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I know a lot about soccer. So as far as formations go and everything, I'm not your guy. It's not me. But I'd love to learn because reading is what? Fundamental. Yes. Good job, everyone. But thank you again to everybody who stopped by on today's live stream. Thursdays feel pretty good. I don't know if next week is going to be a Thursday, but Thursdays feel really good. 2.black. I mean, so far mine is Loki, Bunny, Kaiser. Loki, I forgot. Hugo, Sai, and Lorenzo. Lorenzo, that's his name. All right, if I were to rank them right now, out of that 6, probably going to put Kaiser at number 1. I really liked Kaiser. I really like how he reset himself in that last match with Isagi and was kind of honest with himself about liking to play soccer with Isagi and just the way he developed as a player. I really look forward to seeing him in the future. So I'll put Kaiser at number 1. Then I'm going to put Bunny Iglesias strictly for the aura. Can't wait to see what he has. Then I'll put Sai Toshi. Then I'll put Hugo because I think both of them have very similar demeanors, but I like Sai a little bit more. Hugo is a little weird. So again, it's Kaiser, Bunny, Sai. No, wait. No, I'm sorry. Kaiser, Bunny, Lorenzo. Lorenzo is hilarious. I love his attitude and the way he plays, man. I think he's so much fun. I'll put Lorenzo at number 3. Then I'll put Sai. Then I'll put Hugo. And Loki's in dead last. Loki just comes off as such a dick. But that's just the way the author's portraying him to us. I feel like Loki isn't that deep of a character, and I'm thinking he is. You mean based on skill? It's funny because I'd probably put Bunny over Loki, and we haven't even seen Bunny play. But I'll probably, because again, Loki's, from what we can tell, is just fast. I'll put Bunny, then I'll probably put Kaiser. I'll probably put Bunny, then Kaiser, then Loki, then Sai, then Hugo, then Lorenzo. So Bunny, Kaiser, Loki, Sai, Hugo, Lorenzo. That's what I'll say. See, Sai below Kaiser and Hugo is laughable skill-wise, not in terms of your fave. Wow. I love how Ree even knew. That's so funny. I had no idea. I thought it was just like who you like the most. Yeah. Loki just seems to be fast. And Bunny, on Aura alone, that man he got that dog in him. So yeah, that's what I'll say. A lot of fun, guys. Again, I do these because I like to do these with you guys. I had a lot of fun today, last week, the week before that, and the time before that. And I look forward to the next time I get to do that. So thank you again for everybody who stopped by. Please like the stream so I can rub it in Corey and Kimmy's faces that they are not here with me doing chapter reviews of Blue Lock, because Blue Lock is amazing. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed already. Check out our newest episode again with Patty from the Black Ramen podcast. It was a hilarious episode. If you like Begonia, if you like weapons, we talk about it there. So check it out. And yeah, without further ado, sayonara. That's what I usually say, right? Yeah, good enough. Bye.